Beach erosion can be harmful for ecosystems by changing habitat conditions for such local fauna as seals, sea turtles, birds, and fish. Lacking sufficient sand or protective dunes, heavily developed areas risk great danger from hurricanes and tropical storms. A driving force for the bull shark. Fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process. What harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? This trimaran, like many before it, was lost in its journey to the mythological dry land. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors. A bounty has been put out, and now a dangerous army of lawless, trigger-happy sadists begin shooting anything that moves.
9 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank OP for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
The accelerating destruction of the Gulf has occurred in tandem with a wholly humanized view of progress and development. The air out here has a distinctive smell, that of sea salts, nitrogen oxides, and an intriguing bouquet of volatile organic compounds. Given the number of people who frequent the beach, it can be rationally assumed that a little human urine finds its way to the sea. To look at the coast is to recognize that the boundary between sea and land is transitory, and that all life on Earth is just a cosmic accident. Local resorts have responded to sea level rise by importing 285,000 tons of sand and counting. The ocean waters are driven constantly by tides, currents, and Saudi-owned superyachts.
Pack it in for now.
Another shark hunt draws to a close. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to Port Clovis. Staked, canned, salted, or raw, king mackerel remains a time-honored staple of American dinner tables. Conventional apprehension methods having failed, authorities send out a motley collection of untrained, unlicensed individuals to do their work for them.
Shop here, I do. Nowhere else in town got that mango butter facial scrub I like.
Part of the job.
A quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality.
Anticlimactic.
Humans' attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. Pulling off a successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown. The shark proves as slippery as it is deadly. This trawler, operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses.
And don't stop it there till it goes. Let's bring me one. Got something up there raising a ruckus. Let's move!
After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners toss their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitschy charm is completely lost on native marine. The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food.
Anybody got some lip bone?
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Caviar Key features Painted Sands, a luxury 5-star resort built over the remains of Tunamacha, a pre-Columbian city that was once host to the most advanced civilization in ancient America. The water along Caviar Key is frequently described as gem clear. Which reminds me, I could go for another Singapore sling. When going to the beach, it's always a good idea to bring a pair of stylish, glare-proof sunglasses. Port Clovis locals seldom miss an opportunity to indulge in mindless, gratuitous slaughter.
Multiple shark attacks reported.
Texas folk dock their boat at Painted Sails. But, you know, so do a lot of other New York couillons.
The toast of the coast, Lieutenant Shannon Sims.
Shark on our bow!
As the terrain of the Gulf Coast is relatively flat, even a small rise in sea levels could trigger an immense loss of land. The shark's reckless behavior only further incenses Port Clovis' citizens. There would have been more protests surrounding Prosperity Sands were not the public already so numbed about ecological concerns in general.
Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's scared of us. The hell is it?
Along Blanchard County's 78-mile coastline, there are 35 miles of sandy beach, only 6 of which aren't owned by resorts, individuals, or homeowners associations. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Concentrations of metals and hydrocarbons in the water show just how much the Gulf has progressed since Amerigo was an insatiable fish. The bull shark is 9/10 appetite. As is the trend in other coastal, the Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. Domain of the wealthy. Great White is often referred to as the King of the Ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society. The rogue shark must now be killed and publicly displayed to satisfy the city's thirst for revenge.
This beach here, me. Got a lot of nice-looking, wealthy women. Yeah, there's a court order says I can't be within 200 feet of the beach. But you can see a lot with a good set of binoculars.
When it was discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Port Clovians threw it in the ocean.
I just know she's close. Let's pack it up.
With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes to it. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination.
Pete, what's in the barrels?
Fish food.
Pete, whatever this is, can I ask you not to do it?
Gonna get that shark, one way or another.
It's just that this is unnecessarily destructive. I mean, it's just one shark. There's a whole ecosystem.
One shark that killed my boy.
Pete, look, I understand.
Wanna keep tugging on this knot, you?
Coastal tourism in the U.S. continues to grow, leaving millions of naive Americans vulnerable to the graft of beach umbrella renters. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday. After losing to King Crush in the 2011 Monster Mania semifinals, Big Finn stepped away from the limelight for a simpler, more natural way of life. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. Everything about the bull shark is custom-made for survival. The pelagic beast surveys the scene with cold, unfeeling eyes. Sea turtle numbers have exploded. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them. Lacking a swim bladder, the shark must continue swimming or it will sink. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. Even after the creation of a killer clown task force, clown-related homicide still remains a problem in Port Clovis. rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. When visiting the beach, it's important that each of us assumes responsibility for our own safety. Sophisticated wildlife management has never been a priority in Port Clovis, and so amateur hour begins.
Find it and put it down.
I catch 3 of them killer whales, they got their fish fingers. You could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, the wheelers really gotta work on those side areas.
bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding.
No, don't see her yet. Does it smell unusual, or is that just poor Clovis?
Orcas do enjoy playing with toys, but not half as much as a day-old seal carcass.
Hey! False alarm. Just a log.
Sharks shouldn't be that hard to find.
Anybody got a good set of needle-nose pliers?
The battle is over, but the war goes on. The same meal of frozen herring and fish fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver. Port Clovis City Council never misses an opportunity for cross-franchising. Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection. Bull sharks are frequent culprits in boat attacks. It's a shame that human and shark must so often meet as enemies.
DCPD just put up a bounty for a real live Maneater. Let's roll!
The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation.
Come on out!
Shit, we're on my fish finder.
Probably right under me. It's haunting me. I know it. Oh, it could be anywhere.
I just know she's there.
It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark, for now.
The breeze would be nice. Right at me.
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's. Shark hunters kill for the same reason we all do, to feel complete.
The hell are you? And I just freaking thing. Does it smell unusual? Or is that just poor blood? And I just smell
That used to scare, yeah. But they don't give you no scholarships for winning no big air rail jam.
Part of the job.
Anybody got some lip phone?
The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater.
Everybody got some lip balm. Does this smell unusual, or is that just poor Clovis?
Beach erosion can be harmful for ecosystems by changing habitat conditions for such local fauna as seals, sea turtles, birds, and fish. The powers of society have retaliated with deterrent action, but mankind is ultimately impotent to stop Mother Nature's vengeance. Coastal erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environments. The white and black attack, the orca. Once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick, killing things. It's vital that we extract an absolute maximum of resources before we cross Earth's apocalyptic threshold. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. The shark is now a megashark, often referred to by scientists as the 64-ounce gas station soda of large marine predators. have close friends or family members who have been eaten or half-eaten by sharks.
Shark bounty. Last seen in history.
We've had some real bad fish kills because of these oil tankers spilling. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
That's go right. Done all we could do.
The hunt ends. But this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature. With 24-karat gold fixtures, 2 discos, circular staircases, and a mosaic swimming pool, the Chatelaine is still only Port Clovis's second most ostentatious yacht.
That's the shark attack? Okay, it's no problem now.
Another shark hunt draws to a close. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. Sperm whale needs to eat over a ton of food every day, which here in the Gulf mostly consists of hammerhead sharks.
University sends their students out here every summer to study the reefs. Shit. Guess we all got different ideas about summer fun, yeah?
Shark's back. Start a hunting party.
Lacking sufficient sand or protect the multi-million-dollar menace, Mama Maybell.
Shark!
The underwater world is a fantasia, bustling with color and activity. Benjamin Franklin marveled at how quickly the Gulf Stream allowed him to travel back to America after his many Parisian whoring expeditions. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death.
Anybody got got some lint on.
It's been posited that a shark human's attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. Killing a sea turtle carries a criminal penalty of up to $100,000. But sharks are notoriously profligate when it comes to paying fines. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. The bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. was prohibited by royal decree in ancient Fiji. But this is decidedly not ancient Fiji. There's way more liquor stores and payday lenders.
We got a shark bounty, fellas.
Oh man, more rogue shark reports. We need a posse.
I know. I saw her. I really should get some polarized lenses.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice. He's looking right at me.
She's close. She's real close. That's a really good vision, Tess. Well, everyone's going home empty-handed today.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. The cunning predator senses a meal is in the offing. The Gulf is filled with creatures both foreign and familiar. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. Once spotted, the hammerhead is seldom mistaken for another type of shark. The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation. To see this area is to witness the inability of the hydrosphere to support the growth of humanized landscapes along the Gulf. The shark hunter is the only thing keeping tourists from a nasty, horrible death, outside of just avoiding the beach for a few hours.
Another shark up to no good. Let's get
Kyle, he was really into scuba back when he was a teenager. This museum's the first place I took him after when he got
The
sent out.
cetacean assassin, the sperm whale. Back in the good old days, the world practically ran on sperm whale. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti. Leaving our shark to fight another day. Pete has a new boat, and from the looks of it, there are several features probably not legal for civilian use.
So you found me. So what?
Pete, I don't know what all this is, but you're scaring us.
What you gotta be scared about? You a shark?
Pete, I don't want to, but I think we need to get the police, maybe the Coast Guard involved.
You think I'm crazy? No, I'm the most sane man you ever seen. Look, I didn't get here easy. But when some shark take everything I got, I'll give her the same chance she gave my boy. None! Now get the f off my boat before I kill you too. The f I say! Hope you got a hunger on! We serving shark etouffee tonight!
Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. I'ma fix you up real perfect. Getting y'all out with a torpedo! We're really getting going now. Send the diver down. I bet you didn't think I had torpedoes. Let's take the fight to her. That one's for Kyle.
The ocean is the source of life, inspiration, and eternal renewal. But mostly it exists to be exploited and commodified by humans. Many consider the Gulf Stream to be the world's greatest current, but for my money, you can't beat that Kuroshio.
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. I'ma fix you up real perfect. This boat will come with everything. It's about the end for you. That'll hurt you, man. I will chum y'all up. Turn that back on. She looks like a wreck for sure. Got you right in my sights. Let's turn into a real knocked-out dragon. There we look at the size of her. Need reinforcements. Don't drag ass now. We back on. Somebody get down there.
Let's liven things up.
Need somebody to get the on the list. Fire will. This boat will come with everything. I think. It's about the end for you. I'll take the dorsal spine to a walking stick. Y'all only got more ugly. Getting y'all out swimming torpedo! Better watch how you pushing my boat.
The last thing I do. Laissez les bons temps rouler.
I suppose there's a lesson to be gleaned here. Something about how the increasing commodification of the natural world has placed humans on a collision course with an environmental apocalypse. But this is a basic cable show where people tune in to watch sharks kill people, and people kill sharks. So until next fishing season, this is Maneater.